it says on the shirt. Next one's going to be cross country. Not football. No, I'm not saying. See.
Good evening, sports fans. Thank you for tuning in this evening. I am Jay Swick of Super Prep, OKC Sports Radio 105.3. It is that time of year again. School has started, and we're ready for some high school sports this fall. And that's what brings us here today. We're broadcasting live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3 FM. Streaming video live straight to your mobile device on PPBC TV. For Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase. This is going to be a lot of fun over the next couple of days. That's right, over the next couple of days we're going to be interviewing coaches, players from different schools in different sports across the Oklahoma City Public School District. The fall sports we'll be covering today and tomorrow will be high school football, high school softball, high school volleyball, and cross country. We're going to learn a lot about these programs, get to know the players and the coaches, and preview the upcoming fall sports season, and I'm really excited about it. Real quick, I want to thank the Clara Looper Center for allowing us to broadcast out of this beautiful facility. It's located in downtown Oklahoma City. We appreciate them for having us. And I want to thank our local sponsors for sponsoring the Fall Athletic Showcase and showing their support for Oklahoma City Public School athletics. It really does mean a lot, and it makes a huge difference. Metro Tech, Dental Depot, TTCU, All About Now Photography, Bedford Camera and Video, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, River Sport OKC, SSM Health, OCCC, Perry Publishing and Broadcasting, and everybody here at Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Let's get into it. We've got our first high school football team right in front of me. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to introduce the Capitol Hill Red Wolves, head coach Clay Sizemore, halfback safety Giovanni Guzman, wide receiver and cornerback Sir John Searcy, and right tackle and defensive end Carlos Merrill. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing great, sir.
I'm excited to talk to you. I want to learn about your program this season. Coach, I want to start with you. Just, the preparation. Coach, it's 108 degrees outside right now, and it's been that way for a long time. How have you been preparing your boys for the upcoming season? What's it been like practicing in this heat?
Well, we've had to do things a little differently. The first week before school started, we went in the evening. And then once school started, we're on block schedule, so we have first block football, so we get an hour outside in the morning before the heat hits. And then we've been practicing after school, mostly in the gym, unfortunately, but it's necessary to do the heat. But I really appreciate my guys because they've been just committed to get work in, the gym, the parking lot, the field, wherever. They're here to get the job done. So we're excited about it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you guys are ready to play and get this season started. Coach, talk to me about the players you brought with you. I mean, you could have chosen anybody on the team, but you've chosen these three gentlemen to come and represent your school. Why?
Just they work hard. They're kind of team leaders. Giovanni and Carlos, they've started last year. Giovanni's actually started 3 years, it's be 3 years here, his junior year. Sir John is new to us this year, but really showed a lot of commitment. I think he missed one day this summer. Just been working hard, busting his tail, and they kind of bring that leadership and that work ethic that everyone else follows. So that's they represent our school well.
Well, let me ask you, Giovanni, being a halfback, playing safety, first of all, which position do you prefer? Do you just a dual threat guy? You like to play both sides no matter what?
I like to play both sides, but I would prefer to play halfback. It's more physical, and I like to be more physical.
Well, you like to score touchdowns.
Yeah, that too.
Sure. Yeah. What about playing at Capitol Hill and just being a part of the team and also being a great representative of the team? What does that kind of mean to you as a leader?
It means everything, man. Just going out there every day, trying to show the freshmen, sophomores what's trying to get out here work. They be slacking off, you got to tell them what's up with it. You got to tell them. Yeah, it's just great.
Well, I think that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Sir John, talk to me about your position. You're a wide receiver. You're a defensive back. What are you looking forward to most once this season gets started?
A lot of picks. That's what I'm looking for. Trying to get a lot of picks, a lot of turnovers, all that. I'm trying to really turn up this year.
What's been in this off season like for you? Is preparing your body and getting ready for the upcoming football season? If everybody could play football, they would. It's not an easy sport.
No, yeah.
But you're obviously a really good player, and talk about just your preparation for the season.
Really just make sure I stretched every day, show up to practice, eat good, take care of my body, and just come prepared to play and show out.
What is something? How do you prepare mentally for games? Is there a certain style of music or something? What's kind of your routine to get ready to go to practice?
I like listening to motivational music, like something that's gonna really get me like in that mode, like ready to go out there and give it my all. For real.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Carlos Merrill.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're the guy in the trenches, man. It really starts with you offensively and defensively. What is it about being a lineman that you
It's
love
just
the most?
we get to work hard, and they get the praise and everything, but we're working hard, and I like protecting.
And being an experienced player on this team, coming back, are you junior or senior this year?
I'm a junior.
Okay, so talk about how that experience has kind of made you better, bigger, faster, stronger for this upcoming season.
Well, when I first came in, I wasn't as good, but slowly became more explosive. I've been getting smarter, and just overall been getting coached well.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of person to be on the line of scrimmage and to be a lineman. What type of mentality, mindset do you carry once that game gets underway and it's smash mouth football? Like do you change? Is your personality change? Does your mentality change?
Yeah, a little. I just want to go. The way I go out there, I just want to kind of just go out there and kind of punch him in the mouth.
There you go. There you go.
Kind of treat Fields.
Yeah, the legal way, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally, we can't have 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalties, but
Absolutely.
But I mean the aggressiveness. I think it's important for linemen to have. Giovanni, I'm sure it's something like similar to you because you're hitting other players on defense, but when you've got the football, you got 11 guys chasing after you, and you got to run behind this big fella here. What is it about your position that and I kind of already hinted at it, but just your mentality and your mindset when you have the football in your hands and then when you're a defensive player?
When I have the football in my hands, I know that when I'm running it, I got a solid group of fellas blocking for me. I can trust them. I can go inside and go outside, and I know I have a couple blockers for me. And it's just a great feeling having the ball.
Let me ask you this: What's it like playing for Clay Sizemore?
Sizemore? Man, Sizemore, he's a great coach, fantastic coach. He's there for us whenever we need him, really. He's giving us rides. He's making sure we're always fed. Man, if he had to, man, he could be a dad for real. Like he could be like our dad. He's like our football dad. I could put it like that. He's always there for us for sure.
Well, Coach, you've been coaching now for quite some time. I mean, what year is this? I don't mean to make you look old, but you've been in the game for a long time.
This is my 25th season because I started coaching. Nobody was recruiting short, slow linebackers, so I started coaching when I was 19, 8th grade football, and then my 18th season coaching varsity football. So I've done it pretty much since I graduated high school every year.
Golly, that's awesome. What makes this group different than some of the teams you've had previously?
Well, I've been to other places, Edmond and Coach here at Piedmont and some other schools, but the Southside kids just have a different toughness to them. Some of them have to overcome more than other kids, which I just respect. Those that find a way and don't make excuses. Just because life doesn't make excuses for you. So I really respect those guys that do that stuff. And then this group in particular, we are young. We only have two seniors. We got a little over 60 guys out. But I can see a difference in our culture change. Just guys showing up every day, putting in that effort. just it's a different energy. They're excited at practice every day. A lot of that's these three guys right here. You know, Bam coming in new, but he's clearly a smart guy. He's picking up the coverages, makes all our coverage checks. Carlos is honestly, he won't tell you this, but he's one of the smartest kids in the school building. And as an offensive line, you know, he's like an extra coach out there. He gets everyone going the right way. And then Giovanni, being a 3-year starter, you can tell a huge difference. He's become so coachable, and H-back in our offense, you know, our H-back splits out, they block like a fullback, they carry the ball. They do so many different things, and, you know, he doesn't bust anymore. He knows it. He's been doing it for a couple seasons now. So just these guys are just really impressive, and they're kind of, the whole team's feeding off them.
Sir John, what's learning the terminology, you know, ingesting the playbook? Are you at a stage now where you're pretty comfortable with it?
Yeah, definitely. Coaches has made it really easy to really understand the playbook, the formation. So like, it's definitely very understanding, and I'm ready for the season.
Who do you model your game after?
On the receiver end, I say Dez Bryant.
Okay.
You know, I'm from Texas, so that kind of go. And DB, I say let's say Trayvon Diggs.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Carlos, how do you prepare yourself for an upcoming football game? Maybe a big practice. Again, you've got to have a specific style and a mindset to go in and do what you do. How do you prepare for that?
Personally, me for games, I like to put on headphones but keep them off on noise canceling. I just like to keep quiet in my mind and just pray and meditate.
I think that's great. I think that's a good one. Giovanni, your first games coming up a week from Friday, PC West. Talk to me about it. How you feeling? Are you counting down the days?
Man, yeah, I'm counting down the days, man. I'm ready to play. We've been putting in that work since summer, man. Every single day, we've been trying to be there, trying to show out. We're really excited for this game. We got a bunch of new freshmen that they look good out there. They look good out there for sure. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the first game.
When you've got freshman teammates, especially freshmen that contribute, how do you kind of interact with them just as a leader of the team?
You know, I try to interact with them in a positive. I don't want them to feel like they see me and they're like, oh, they're scared of me. Like they don't want to come up to me. Like I want to make them feel like I can be one of their friends, but I also want to steer them in the right way. I don't want them like doing bad things. Try to steer them in the right way for sure.
Yeah, and then just kind of comes with it when
Yes,
you're a leader. Coach, you talked about 60, kids. I mean, that's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Pretty good number for you guys.
Yeah, and it's only gonna get better. I feel like we've got a new school building, new school facilities, which helps. Our schedule this year, there's not a game that we feel like we can't compete in, and previously we're having to sometimes play guys who are a little too young for varsity play, and you're going to play Muskogee and Choctaw, and that affects whether or not they want to come back out the next year if you're doing that as a freshman. And so this is something we can build on. We feel like get things going in the right direction. And we think we can go compete and win a lot of games this year. And then it's only going to be better next year, we feel like.
Well, I agree, Coach. And I've been reading about just some different things that's happening to some Oklahoma City public school football teams. 5 of the 8 teams opted out of the OSSAA and playing independent schedules. Capitol Hill is one of those teams. Can you talk about how you feel about that as the head coach, as being kind of both, a participant of it, and now you're going to be operating under an independent schedule? How excited are you about this season?
So yeah, we're excited about this season because, like I said again, there's just not a game we feel like we can't compete in, and for me, which I can tell because the players know, they know how serious I am about it. That as far as changing the culture and stuff. Previously, you're getting ready to go play Muskogee, and you have a starter skip practice, and his backup's a 110-pound freshman. I got to make a safety decision, and right now I'm getting to make decisions based on what the right thing to do is and what's going to drive the team forward. So win or lose, we're going to be even better for it come next year, but you can just tell a difference from the guys, and then they're starting to see showing up every day how much better they get as a team, and it makes it more enjoyable at practice. And you just see the guys are, hollering, hooping it up, and getting excited all the time. You all got Coach Willie over there going crazy, getting fired up. So, it's you can just tell the energy's different. It's been the last couple of years for sure.
Talk to me about how you're preparing this team for PC West. I think that's a really good game on paper. I'm looking forward to watching that.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that season opening matchup, which is going to be a week from Friday?
Honestly, year to year anymore in high school football in Oklahoma, a lot of teams seem to change quite a bit. So we haven't gotten film on them right now at this point in the season. Until I get to Friday of this week, my whole focus really is Capitol Hill, us as a team, us getting better, and just us getting better at what we do. We feel like, if we take care of the football, create turnovers, and run our stuff efficiently and effectively, with this schedule, the opponents is not so much the issue. It's what we do. So, we'll start game planning for them on Friday. But right now, it could be anyone on our schedule. My approach is probably about the same. We're just focused on us and getting better at us.
Well, I've seen some of the new facilities. My goodness, beautiful.
Yeah.
State of the art, brand new. What's it been like for you guys as players to really be the first ones that get to experience that?
It feels amazing. Like we're the first. Like we're kind of making history because we're the first team to have the facility and play football in it. It feels great.
What do you think, Sir John? What's it been like for you?
Like you said, it's been amazing. New facility, new year, new schedule. A lot's been changed this year.
Carlos, tell me about some of your other teammates that couldn't be here. I mean, we can only interview you 3 at a time, but it takes 11 men on the field at the same time, offense and defense. Who are some of your teammates that's really impressed you this fall camp as you prepare for the year?
Some of my teammates that really impressed me is his name is Demarion. When he showed up, he's big, but he wasn't really aware of how to do everything. But he's really truly evolved over time. He's starting to become a really good-looking player. Promising.
What about you guys? Any teammates that you feel like deserves a shout-out that's really been working hard and preparing for the season that you're going to be relying on?
Yeah, it's my little man, Braden, man. I've been seeing he put in a lot of work. Yeah, he almost there every day. He don't really be missing at all. I'm excited to see him grow as a player. Most definitely, it's his first year in high school. I can't wait to see what he looks like next year.
Coach, anybody that we need to put a spotlight on that's really been working hard this offseason?
Really all our linemen. We got, David Lozano, Angel Ramos, Eric Agerson, Fabian Gonzalez, and, Carlos, and all our linemen. We got several that got some playing time last year, but our whole starting line, we most likely won't have a senior on the starting O-line. And then, even though they have some experience. And then we got a lot of young freshmen that came in that were looking really good. Like he talked about Braden Coursey. He's been getting some reps at quarterback right now. The kid is incredibly athletic.
He's really athletic.
The other day we were running plays, and our offensive coordinator made him run it all the way to the end zone and celebrate when they got there, and Braden starts doing backflips through the lines of guys every time.
That's not easy to do.
And like he's a gymnast. It was pretty impressive. So, and then, we got Romo, freshman, who's looking real athletic. I could probably go on and on. We got a lot of guys with a lot of potential. If they just keep showing up, we can turn into something special.
Yeah, talk to me about your assistants and what your staff is like, how you put them together, and who you really rely on as far as assistant coaches.
Yeah, I've got an awesome coach staff. I feel like I got the best one around. I got McQuai Williams. When I used to coach Edmond Memorial, he's my running backs coach. I talked him into coming over. He's our offensive coordinator. The kids love him. He's a big-time coach, really knows his stuff. He's my assistant head coach. I rely on him quite a bit. Dustin Lycete has coached with me for 6 seasons now. And he's my defensive coordinator and defensive backs coach. Does a great job. I got Coach Chief Firkins. He's our ROTC guy. He's a defensive line coach. This is his first year coaching, but he played football. Played some at UCO, I believe. Does an awesome job. Julio Fajardo is his 6th season with me. He does a great job. He's kind of a mentor to all the kids in the building. He's really invaluable in a lot of ways. I got Coach Hill, who's our strength coach and O-line coach. He kind of has the most energy on staff. The linemen love him once they stop being scared of him. But he's an awesome guy. He's a great coach. Coach Jackson, he actually played at Capitol Hill. He was a quarterback in the 80s, coached there for a few years, worked a completely different job, retired and has come back to help out. He does an awesome job. Who am I leaving out?
That's it.
That's it? I felt like I left somebody out. Anyway, it's a great coach staff. I mean, they all work hard. They're excited. We all get along. I think that most importantly, they all treat the kids right and have high expectations for them at football and in the building. So,
Well, one game on the schedule that I look for every year at Capitol Hill is the South Side Bedlam. I mean, with U.S. Grant. What does that rivalry mean to you guys, and how excited are you about the matchup this year?
You want to start?
You
Yeah, man, so my two different stints, I've obviously been in that game longer than anybody. We love that game. They have a trophy we pass back and forth. We typically, when we have home games, all the alumni come to it, so we pack the stands out. It just brings extra excitement. Obviously, we want to win that game every year. There's been a couple times I had to hand that trophy back to Coach Levacy, and that was about the most painful thing I've ever done in my life. And, I know he feels the same way. So it's a big-time game for us. It doesn't make or break a season, obviously, but it's the most, one of the more exciting things we do all year. So, like any rivalry game. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of kids on the south side getting after it.
Well, guys, I can't wait to go watch you guys play this year, and I think you're great representatives of Capitol Hill, and obviously very talented in football, but I want you to have fun and don't get hurt if you try not to. But good luck this season. Thank you for coming out and representing Capitol Hill the way you have, and I look forward to seeing what you guys can do this season. All right, good stuff.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you, Coach. And that's the Capitol Hill Red Wolves. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll come right back with more interviews. I believe we've got John Marshall coming up next. The John Marshall Bears coming up next here on Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be right back. 3 minutes. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, man.
Toss pictures.
Okay. Good job.
Almost good look. Quick, before we get back to John Marshall, I want to shout out our event sponsors. We thank you so much for supporting Oklahoma City Public School athletics. Let's, as a group, go support these organizations. Metro Tech, Dental Depot, TTCU, All About Now Photography, Bedford Camera and Video, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, River Sport, OKC, SSM Health, OCCC, Perry Publishing and Broadcasting, Super Prep, and everybody here at OKC Sports Radio 105.3. All right, John Marshall Bears right in front of me. Head coach Terrion Adams is on the left side. Then we've got running back / free safety Gary and Drew. O-line, D-line, Joseph Davis. And wide receiver defensive back Zamarian Stansfield. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
How excited are we about the season?
Very excited. It's been a long year. We're putting a lot of work for this moment right here, and honestly, this is getting to that point of the year where I'm ready for them to see what they can get out of this year. Let them cash in on their hard work, so to speak.
Well, I'm sure you guys are tired of hitting your teammates. You're ready to play some football against some other teams.
Yes.
What's training camp been like for you guys? Because it's been super hot.
It's been kind of like versatile, been going inside and coming outside for a little bit, not having a lot of time outside to work our plays and stuff that we should be normally doing. But as a team, we've came together and we got through it.
Joseph, talk to me about life as an offensive and defensive lineman. Why do you love it? I think people, they look at you and they see how much fun you're having, but man, it's a tough life. Talk about it.
It is a tough life, and people don't realize that the nutrition is, I want to say, one of the most hardest positions to play in football.
What do you love about it?
But for the R-line, I love protecting my QB, D-line. It's just fun.
It is fun. Zamarian, talk to me about life as a wide receiver and defensive back. Is it tough to learn all the routes and then to understand the coverages and the different responsibilities that go into playing your position?
I don't think it's tough to me because I'll be in my playbook. I'll be in my playbook. As a wide receiver, I feel like that's the most important thing. I'm getting better as a DB every day, so it's getting easier for me to play both. So yeah.
Well, I love that you enjoy playing on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, especially at a prestigious place like John Marshall. Coach, I mean, I can think of a lot of great John Marshall teams in years past. I mean, years gold balls in that place. It's got great tradition.
Absolutely.
Talk to me about just these gentlemen that you've brought to represent.
Absolutely.
The school.
We have a new tradition that we started last year. We hand out a 1 jersey, a 10 jersey, and a 13 jersey, and we handpick those individuals. These are those 3 individuals. The 1 jersey, it represents the best player offensively and defensively and models what it means to be a John Marshall Bear. The 10 is the 10th letter of the alphabet, which is J. That's our offensive player, best offensive player. Joseph Davis is an offensive lineman who wears 57. He will have a 10 sticker because he's that important. And then we have 13, which is the 13th letter of the alphabet, which is the M. And that's our best defensive player. Zamarian has stepped up and he's been working as well. So, excuse me, I had that backwards. 10 is Zamarian, 13 is Joe. we had an issue as coaches this year when we voted, and this is the hardest vote we've ever had, trying to decide who the 1 was going to be, who the 10 was going to be, and who the 13 was going to be. There was a lot that went into consideration: attendance, behavior, and just how hard they work every time they come out. We had a lot of guys who showed up, and we had a lot of guys who worked hard. But Garyon, we call him G, Joe, and Zamarion by far, I think, were leaps and bounds ahead of the rest. But even when it came to picking who was going to be the number 1, that was tough. We had a couple of these guys up for number 1. All of them play both ways. All of them start both ways. And all of them produce at a high rate. So, great problem for us to have as coaches. However, I haven't had as much difficulty. It was always easy. We were in and out. We made our votes in and out, and everybody almost had the same vote, if you will. This year, it took a while. We had to close the door. There was culture going back and forth, saying why this and why that, but this and but that. And again, a good problem for us to have, and it just speaks to where we're at as a program right now.
Gentlemen, what do you feel when you hear your coach talk about you like that? I mean, that's high praise coming from a former Division I athlete that's accomplished a lot as a player and is one of the better coaches in the state of Oklahoma. When he's speaking up highly of you like that, what do you feel like?
It feels amazing, actually. It gives me an idea that I'm working in the right direction to complete my goals, to go off to college, play football, and hopefully get to the next level after college. So just hearing my coach talk to me about that in that high manner, it's really a boost of confidence and helping me able to stay on my track and not falter.
Like you said, is it a boost of confidence? And it also uplifts me to start harder in the weight room, in the playbook, on the field.
It definitely is a boost of confidence. Like, yeah, I appreciate everything Coach T.A. has done for me. He believed in me, and he gave me opportunities that I feel like no other school would allow me to have. So I really appreciate him and all the other coaches on this coaching staff.
First game, Star Spencer. Have you prepared for it? You guys ready? It's next week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, definitely ready for it.
You know, as a coach, you want all the time you can get. You want to go over every little intricate detail. At the same time, you just have to trust your coaching. You have to trust that you've done what you were supposed to do. You have prepared them to the best of your ability, and they're ready to perform. Again, we talk about, in the sense of banking, if you will, they've been making deposits since April, since May, and it's time for withdrawal. So come Saturday, they get to have a withdrawal and have a little fun.
When that game comes around, I'm eager how you guys flip the switch mentally. You know, how do you prepare for a big-time football game, like a season opener to start the season?
Just having the confidence that we know what we're doing and that we've stayed focused during the entire off season and then the preseason, just making sure that we stay on our track and stay disciplined.
Having confidence, staying in your playbook, staying watching film all week.
Definitely knowing the person beside you got your back and they won't let you down. Yeah.
I'm really interested to watch what you guys do this year. I'm looking at your schedule now. Coach, you also play a team from Atlas, Texas this year. How did that game come about? That game kind of stood out to me.
You know, we were looking for something different, honestly, and Atlas, they actually reached out to us, and once they reached out, we talked, and we had a conversation for about a week, and then we said, this is it, this makes sense. So, again, it's all about timing, if you will, but I think it is time for us to take that next step and us to look for different levels of competition, and we're going to start with Atlas as well. Yes, sir.
Talk to me about this group or just this team and kind of compare it to teams that you've coached with in the past. What sets this group apart?
This group of guys that we have this year, the best way I could try to put it in terms is we have a lot of thinkers. We have a lot of cerebral players this year. A lot of our players are honor roll guys who have great grades. But how that translates to football is, again, they're thinkers. So when we talk strategy, when we talk concepts, things of that nature, they understand it. It clicks a little bit more. It clicks a little bit faster. So for me, it's almost better than having the best athlete, if you will. The only way that you get better than that is having an athlete who has the brains. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole team as a whole is pretty cerebral, and that's the part that I think helps us the most, is knowing that we can get in depth and we can talk in depth when it comes to concepts. It doesn't have to be surface level. We can talk in depth when it comes to breaking down film and how to study and things of that nature, because they all study in school, they all make good grades for the most part, and it just translates very well.
Well, you've gone the independent schedule route this year. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's going to really, give some good competition to this team and really test their ability?
I do feel like it's going to give great competition. Personally, I was kind of indifferent. We were going back to 4A this year,
okay.
So I thought 4A was good for us as well. I thought that's where we belong. We're more of a 4A school as far as numbers and how we match up with the rest of our competitors, things of that nature. But at the same time, I understand the value and what we're doing with the independent route, and I think it gives us 2 years to just build confidence, as they've already said. When I say build confidence, I don't want to discredit anybody or any program that we're going against this season or next season. But the way our season looks, it's just a lot more evenly matched, and we're playing teams that are in the same position or the same school atmosphere and things of that nature as us.
Yeah. Zamarian, let me ask you this. Just being a leader on this team, how do you interact with some of the younger teammates that are kind of new to the program or new to the team? Maybe they, we're classmates that, hey, came out for football. What's your leadership ability like? How do you kind of mentor those guys?
Yeah, I don't come at them aggressively. I just trying to ease them through. Like, if they don't understand something, they can just I feel like they can just come to me and be like, hey, I don't understand this, and I just walk them and talk them through it so they can understand it even better. So I don't like that aggressive teachings.
Joseph, talk to me about the chemistry that you have with your teammates, just the relationship that you guys have. How tight-knit is this locker room?
This locker room this year, I want to say, is the closest locker room we done had the whole year I've been up here, really.
Coach, I see you shaking your head. I mean, you have a good understanding of the pulse in the locker room. Would you agree with what?
Absolutely. It's a testament. When practice is over and everybody's free to go and everybody doesn't run out the door, there's still guys hanging around. There's still guys talking. There's some guys going to get extra work in the weight room, lifting. Some guys getting together, working on routes and concepts. And then there's guys who just sit in the coach's office talking, everyday life stuff. Once upon a time, practice ended and everybody scattered. And they were leaving things. They were scattering so fast, calling you, hey, texting, or does anybody have this, or does anybody have that, or I left this in the locker room, so on and so forth. That's not the case anymore. Now it's kind of like, hey guys, go home. You got to leave. It's a good feeling. It's a good problem to have.
Kerryon, let me ask you about just your life as a running back. How eager are you to get in that end zone and get in there often?
I'm very eager, actually. Last year I played in both wide receiver and running back, but mainly wide receiver, so I didn't get the most action at running back. But this year strictly running back on offense. So I'm really, really excited to fit that hole and get to the end zone.
Gotcha. Now, will you split out? Will you catch a couple passes? Will you catch
probably.
the ball out of the backfield as well?
Yeah, yes.
What's it like running behind Joseph Davis here?
It's very, very. It's like I have a sense of confidence. Like, I know he's gonna do his job, so I can do my job, and we can get things done together.
There's that trust there.
Mm-hmm.
That's trust. Because you feel some kind of way when you make a big block and you prevent somebody from tackling him, and then he gets in the end zone. I mean, in a way, that's your touchdown too.
It is. It feels amazing.
Yeah. Zamarian, you gonna get in the end zone this year?
I would definitely hope so. Hope so.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm excited to watch you guys play. Also, another game that stands out, Coach, the Country Bowl. I love the name of that rivalry. That's a game you guys won last year as well. This will be the second annual Country Bowl between you and Star Spencer. How excited are we about that one?
Super excited. Super excited. We have a nice trophy. Obviously, we got to keep the trophy this past season. It stayed at John Marshall with us. We've heard the back and forth banter about the trophy going to the east side of the state or towards Spencer this year. And we just want everybody to rest assured that the trophy will remain out north. And it's a good, healthy competition, and we enjoy it. The Country Bowl derived from Spencer being called God's Country, and we've been calling John Marshall Bear Country. So we just call it the Country Bowl, and it's stuck, and we're eager to be planning the second annual Country Bowl.
I think that's going to be awesome, and that rivalry is only going to get bigger, and you guys get to be a part of it. That's awesome. Guys, thank you so much for coming out and representing John Marshall High School and the football team. I mean, it's rich in tradition and history, and you guys represent it well, wear the colors well. So thank you.
This is an awesome opportunity. Thank you guys for having us, and to be able to be on your platform is amazing as well. Thank you.
Absolutely, guys. It's going to be awesome, and we'll see you at the first game. For Spencer on August 29th. That's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back with more Showcase for Fall Sports Media Day. Let me get the exact name, the Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase, here live on PPBC TV and also broadcasting live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. We'll be back with another football conversation. Stay with us.
For business hours, now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
It's me, Miles Perry, and save the date, March 28th. Yes, I said March 28th.
Oh yeah, that's the sound of a good time. The sizzle, the flavor, the bite you've been waiting for. And you deserve it, because when it comes to burgers, why settle for ordinary? Big taste, big smiles, big moments. All stacked between two buns. And you can only get it at Just Burgers. Just Burgers, nothing else compares.
Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase. I've got a new team right in front of me. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce the Douglas Trojans, the orange and black, pride of the East Side. They are here to represent Coach Damon Turner in year number 3, Coach. I remember when you came on. 3 years goes by quick. My goodness, he's also brought a few Douglas Trojan football players with him. Isaiah Traylor, tight end, defensive end. Tristan Logan in the middle, defensive tackle. And then Jemiah Hardiman, wide receiver, defensive back, number 24. First of all, gentlemen, I love the jerseys. I think they're smooth, very well put together. How excited are we about this season, Coach? I'm excited. How do you guys feel?
Staying to the code and getting better every day.
Yeah, I think it's important to say Soul Bowl champions 2025. Got another one this year. I'll be on the call this year, so you'll be watching the game live on PPBC TV and listening to it over the airways. OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Quick little pub. Okay, so that's a marquee game, a historic rivalry that I've been a part of several times over, and I'm looking forward to being involved again. Coach, talk to me about these 3 gentlemen you brought with you and why you chose them to represent your school.
Well, these 3 guys here, 2 seniors, 1 junior, are part of our leadership committee. So these are the guys that take my vision and relay it to the team. When we need something done, I know I can count on these guys to get it done. They're the definition of our team motto, which is CAGE, commitment, accountability, discipline, effort, and sacrifice.
Tristan, I read something about you, the character counts team captain. Can you talk to me about that?
It's just about, representing the school well, getting good grades, coming to practice, and just effort, discipline, sacrifice, accountability, and commitment to the school, team, and whatever you got planned to do outside of school, because it's bigger than football.
What's it mean to get an accolade like that? And you're the representative of that. How's that feel?
It feels good. Coming in as a freshman, I was a little nervous about high school. I was nervous about being a Douglas Trojan, not knowing what I was walking into. And what got me up there was just putting hard work in, coming to practice every day, lifting, just commitment, accountability, discipline to the sport, just loving the sport of football.
Isaiah, to be a Douglas Trojan with the history and tradition and all of the great players that have come before you, is that heavy? Is that pressure? Is that something you feel like you want to live up to? What does it mean to you to be a Douglas Trojan football player?
Well, it definitely means a lot because there's a lot of history that comes behind it. All the greats and the players who was before you. It sets a very high standard and expectations for you to carry on that legacy that everybody else has. So to be that football player, to carry on to wear that black and orange, white, it feels very important for me.
Yeah, I feel that. Talk to me about just being, starting wide receiver, defensive back, just being active on the field, wearing the orange and black. Jemiah, what do you love most about playing football and playing the position that you do?
What I love about playing football is I get to build brotherhood. I build trust with my teammates, and I also love the way we can just be together when it's time to execute what we need to do.
What's it like for playing for Coach Turner? I gotta ask that, and know that he's sitting right next to you.
What it's like playing with Coach Turner? It's fun, most definitely. But there's some days where we don't do what we need to, and we gotta pay for that. But it's part of football. It's a learning experience, and so it's gonna happen. So.
Tristan, I see you smiling. What's it like playing for Coach Turner?
It's fun. He's very cordial. He's active with the team. He's not outside. He cares about us a lot. He checks on us whenever we're down or anything happens. And even whenever we make him mad, he's still level-headed. Like, he still hypes us up. You know, when the energy's down, he hypes us up. You know, it's good to have a head coach like Coach Turner.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Coach Turner. I think he knows ball, and he knows what it's like to mold young men and make them, grown men. Eventually, you're going to be dads, and you're going to have a family of your own, and you need to be prepared accordingly. And I've always been a big fan of Coach Turner from that. Isaiah, talk to me about what you want out of this season. What are you trying to get out of this season? What are you working towards?
I'm working to become a very educated student athlete with my other teammates, create an even better bond with them and communicate better with them on and off the field, make sure we all have a license, talkative part of breaking leads, become a better team on the field so we can make the playoffs, stay, so on and so forth. And then after college, or after high school, we can always keep in touch, help each other out.
Yeah, and Jemiah, 4A football, it ain't for the weak, What's it been like as a leader on this team, just communicating with your teammates? How strong is the chemistry in the locker room with you guys?
How strong it is in the locker room. We're very close with each other. We get along. I believe. Let me take my time. But in the locker room, we get along with each other. We trust each other. We build team chemistry. We also like to. How do I put this? We also like to be with each other before the games. We pray before the games. And we also like to listen to music before the games to hype us up and get us more together.
Yeah, and I'm really interested in kind of how you prepare for games, Tristan, especially linemen. You got to have a specific mentality. You're doing all the dirty work, and you're fighting for that line of scrimmage. Just talk to me about what goes into preparing for a big football game.
I like to personally do like a little workout before I go into the game. Get the blood pumping before a game. I like to be around my teammates because the chemistry. You need your teammates to win a game. You need them. You like to just be around them. You love the energy around them. You love when we're just being positive to each other. When Coach Turner comes in there and hypes us up while we're sitting there. I just like the aura, the energy in the room whenever it's game day in the locker room. Just being around my brothers. Just love the feeling.
You've got an aggressive group, Coach, and they've got strong handshakes. Mm-hmm. They almost hurt me earlier, but I wasn't going to say that out loud, but I did. Home opener is really interesting. I'm looking at the schedule. Talk to me about the home opener, Texas Kimball, 4A school out of Dallas, coming up here to play Moses F. Miller. Yep. How excited are you about that game? How did that game come about?
Oh, we actually been in talks about it. Like my second year, we started talking about getting a high school Red River rivalry edition. Then we got a new AD. She came in. She's from Texas, so her link kind of helped us push that forward a little bit. We're excited. We had a meeting today with them. I'm looking forward to it. It's a great opportunity for our community, our school, for our guys to get a chance to compete at a high level. And I think they're going to be surprised about how we go out and handle this opportunity.
Well, talk to me about just the difference or the uniqueness of this year's team. You've got 7 starters on offense, 7 starters on defense coming back. Mm-hmm. But every season's different. Every locker room is different from year to year. What makes this group special?
Well, in the past, I won't say in the past we've had good summers all the time, but this summer was a little different. I think we bonded a little more. We got stronger. Summer pride was what we wanted to get out of it. These guys have been excited and ready to get to work. And I always tell them, man, work in silence and let your play do the talking. So we're ready to get out there and have fun. Yeah. We're ready to get out there and have fun. It's a great opportunity for all of us, yes.
Yeah, Isaiah, talk to me about some of your teammates. There's a lot of Douglas Trojans there that I'm familiar with. Alante Russell, Caden Gibson. Who are some teammates that's been impressive to you in terms of their work ethic and game preparation?
A couple people that I think became more improved and always been there, always knows how to communicate. Is one of the people, Kamari Perry. He's just so intelligent. He knows what he's doing. Always makes things clear. They're always there for him. One of my teammates right here is Tristan and Jamari. They're always there to help you, no matter what you're doing. Caden Gibson, he's a very good pick. Very energetic. I love it. Jonathan Jackson, one of our centers, very good. Love the energy. Those are some of the people. There's more to come.
Now, when you guys because the alumni from Douglas High School, I mean, they show up and show out. When you guys get a good crowd and you can feel that energy, what's it like when Moses F. Miller is packed out and loud? What's that like from your perspective?
Well, it gets the butterflies rumbling for sure. Hearing like a lot, like the band, the people in the crowd, knowing your family, your friends is there. It's surreal. It's a surreal feeling. But whenever you get once the pads get to popping, it all goes away. You get settled into the game, and yeah, it's just a nice feeling. It's a surreal feeling.
Jemiah, what's it been like for you and your teammates to practice in this 108-degree heat? What are some things that you've done to kind of prepare your body for the upcoming season and get acclimated?
Some things we done is practice over the summer in the morning. We also go over each other's houses for off-season practice, get extra work in. And we also like to hydrate our bodies with gallons of water. And the most important thing that we done to get our bodies used to this heat is practice after school, even when we don't feel like it.
Coach, talk to me about some of your other players that you've been impressed with, this off season and going into the year. Somebody that you're probably going to have to be leaning on with a lot of responsibility outside of just these three gentlemen here. But is there anybody else that you?
Well, we got a few young guys that are going to get opportunity to play this year. Makai Reeves is going to play some defensive end for us. He was a sophomore last year, going to be a junior. He's grown, got some size, and gotten a lot better. You mentioned one earlier. Caden Gibson's got so much better over the summer. We got a few move-ins. The Mari Alexander, he's going to play some running back and some linebacker for us. And obviously Perry Kamari, he's selling back into the quarterback spot. So just looking forward to all these guys really stepping up to the table. We have several because we got some new faces, but we got some horses in the stable that's been there and they're ready to run. So we're excited just to add the new pieces to what we have to see how far we've come. Yeah.
And going through that high school the way I have, walk through the halls, I've seen the Soul Bowl trophy, and it's pretty comfortable right where it's at.
Yeah.
You don't
so.
plan on moving.
Well,
you guys do.
Well,
that thing should sit there another year.
Well, it was gone for 10 years, and just like we said last year, the first time I had seen the Soul Bowl trophy was after the Millwood game when they brung it out. So it's been sitting in my office ever since. I just got the updated score put on it, so I turn it around and I make sure I look at it every day. They know what that. We got a few things ahead of that game, but they know what that game means, and we'll be ready when that time comes.
I can't wait, and good luck against Texas, Kimball. And I know you guys will represent the state of Oklahoma very well when you take on that team from Dallas. Just looking forward to watching you guys play, and I want you to have fun, stay as healthy as you can. But go out there and compete the Douglas Trojan way. So
yes, sir.
You guys have done a great job representing your school here today, and I look forward to watching you guys this season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, guys. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the Northwest Classen Knights. We are live here at Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase, where we interview football players, teams, coaches, all of the above, and find out what makes their team unique. I want to thank the Douglas Trojans for coming by. Northwest Classen Knights coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
What's up, folks?
Yes, sir.
City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase. Our next football team is the Northwest Classen Knights, here live, doing a great job of representing their school in the brand new Nike polos. I love it. Thank you guys for coming, talking about your team and previewing the upcoming season. We've got defensive coordinator Anthony Bryant over here on the left side. Defensive end center Noah Jones, offensive tackle Kevin Guerrero, and wide receiver free safety Lakel Buckner. Gentlemen, thank you for coming on today. You guys ready for the season? You ready for some football? Coach, talk to me about preparing these guys for war. You know, I mean, that's what I call it. It's a great terminology to describe the season. What makes this group special? Why have you brought these three gentlemen to represent your school?
These three gentlemen has exemplified great leadership, consistency all summer, even through the spring. These three guys haven't missed a day at all. Even as we go into training camp and finishing up training camp the rest of this week, these are three of the guys that have been leaders. They've been stepping up, so they've been doing a great job. So this is why we chose them to represent the program, and we're glad that we have them.
Noah, talk to me about your preparation for this upcoming season. It's like 108 today. You've been out in the heat. You've been practicing and studying the playbook. Are you ready for the season opener coming up here soon?
Yeah, 100% I'm ready. I've been working for this day for a really long time. I'm ready to go out and do whatever I can to help my team win.
Now, talk to me about just your role on this team as being in, the center. It starts with you. I mean, the play doesn't get underway until you make the first snap and the first block. What's that like? What do you love most about it?
It's a new thing to me. I really like helping all my guys on the O-line, leading them, telling them what to do. I really like being a leader to them.
And Kevin, I mean, being an offensive, defensive lineman, it's a special type. It takes a special type of person to play that position. Are you up to the task? Do you enjoy playing it?
Yes, I enjoy playing it. I put in the work all summer, and I'm really excited for this whole season.
What's it been like for you just working out and, acclimating your body to this heat? Do you feel like you're prepared to get this season going?
I'm really prepared. I put in all the work during the summer, and I'll continue doing it for every game.
Very good. Laquel, talk to me about your position, being a wide receiver and free safety. Do you have a preference on which side of the ball you play, or is it, hey, I just want to play the game?
Yeah, I really like playing defense, coming down, making plays, getting a lot of interceptions. It's a fast game. I love it. I love playing defense, most definitely.
How do you prepare for, big games? How do you flip the switch in your head and get ready to go to battle?
I'm disciplined, so I'm always ready. I'm ready to go to war, man. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears behind this work, so I'm always ready.
Coach, stay ready to get ready. I mean, that's the way. First of all, I think it's important to note, Northwest Classen last year, first time in 57 years you made the playoffs. That's a tremendous accomplishment. I mean, to do what you did, I mean, that's great. What makes this group unique compared to years past, Coach?
In the years past, this is a very close-knit group. They've gotten closer through the summer and through training camp. We've a very young group, so they've been very close. We kind of put them through the ringer, so very mentally tough group. Kind of compared to years past, we've kind of been a little shaky. So we're very excited for this group. They're very mentally tough, very in shape, and we're ready to rock and roll next week.
Now, being the defensive coordinator, what's it like coaching these guys?
It's been pretty fun. I'm pretty cool off the field, but once we get within the white lines, they can tell you I flip it on pretty crazy. It gets pretty intense out there, but it's been fun. It's been fun.
Noah, talk to me about just being a representative at Northwest Classen High School. Like, you've got a lot of classmates, you've got a lot of teammates, but you're the one. You guys are kind of the face of the team. Is that a heavy responsibility? What's it feel like to be looked at as the leaders of this team?
It feels amazing. Ever since I was young, I've always wanted to be a leader. Me and my brother together have always been the leaders of our team. So it feels great to continue that on in high school and help all my guys.
It feels really good being a leader.
What about you, Michael?
It feels great, man, because we put in a lot of work in the off season, and it feels good to step up as a leader because of all the work that we really put in. We put in a lot of hard work from when it's hot outside, when it's raining outside, all of that, man. So,
well, let me ask you this: what do you love about playing the game? Why do you put in all of the work and go through all of the different hurdles that you go through? So in terms of dealing with the heat, practicing, hitting your teammates, full pad, physical practices, and then games. What is it you love most about playing football?
Everything, man. I love working hard. Like, I love it, man. I love to work. So, I love to grind. Like, I love all of it. So, when it comes to work, man, I'm real disciplined. I love all of it, man. That's why I'm always out there. My teammates, pushing my teammates harder, go faster, stop walking, all of that, man.
Kevin, do you model your game after somebody? Do you watch any NFL players and say, you know what, I want to play like that guy?
I've seen a couple NFL games. So far, none of them have really been standing out to me. I really love the how the defense be playing, like aggressive and constantly going fast.
Noah, talk to me about your first game, Seminole, Week 1. How ready for you? How ready for it are you?
We're extremely ready. We've been practicing plays, studying the playbooks, watching film every single day, working, like he said, out in the heat. It's been a grind, but we're going to get there. We're going to try 100%. We're going to do it.
What is some things that you've got to do to kind of, get you ready for the game? Do you have a specific routine? Is there a style or an artist of music that you listen to?
I really like listening to Green Day before all my games.
That's good. What about you guys?
Definitely In Control by Youngboy, man. NBA
Okay.
Youngboy. Yeah, it gets me going for sure.
I don't really got a specific genre.
Yeah, you're just bringing the right mindset. I like that about you. Anthony, talk to me about, the independent scheduling this year. How that kind of came to be. Do you like the schedule that you've got in front of you? You think it's going to be pretty competitive?
I think it'll be really competitive for us. I know there's probably a lot of questions around it, but for us within our building, our program is kind of business as usual.
Yeah.
We were a 6A2 program, and we still operate as if we are a 6A2 program.
Right.
We still prepare the same way. So we're just going into it the same way as we would.
Well, I just think there's a lot of good matchups that I think are just, winnable games, you know what I mean? And with a tough group of guys like this, the sky's the limit. And I'm just curious of how you kind of measure success in this. It's not all about wins and losses and outcomes and different things like that. Sure, you want to win every game, but what are some things that you're working for? What are you aspiring to be or aspiring to achieve by season's end?
One of the main things from the coaching staff is retention. We want to be able to retain players year to year. So hopefully in this schedule, this league, we're able to build up the team a little bit more and get 50, maybe 60 players on the team. That would be the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Laquel, let me ask you about your some teammates, because you've got a whole team behind you. You guys are kind of the leaders in the face of the football team. Talk to me about some of your teammates and who's impressed you.
Yeah, I definitely have a few teammates I can talk about, like Denarius Butler. He's a fast guy. He comes down, make the play, man. He's very good at doing his job. And Alberto, he's really good, man. He knows how to get quick cuts, precision, get through the hole, man. He definitely does his job too.
You guys got any teammates that have really been working hard that you feel like deserve a little bit of publicity and a pat on the back?
I feel like we have a teammate, Malcolm Wise. He's been showing up every single day, putting in the work, no matter where he's at on the field.
Yeah. Were you guys were you guys a part of the team last year?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
talk to me about to be a part of that team last year and going to the playoffs in 6A2. I'm sorry, that's a cool experience, and you guys deserved all the credit for it. What did that feel like to get to that?
It was definitely, man, it was a really fun experience, man, because for the first time in a long time, man, it felt great. It feels great. Knowing that you can make progress like that, it means something. It means a lot.
Yeah. What about you guys?
It was one of the best experiences of my life. We were on the bus, watching the game, realized we made the playoffs. The bus was shaking. Everybody was happy. It was amazing.
Good. I want you guys to enjoy that feeling and to continue that. For you two to be, linemen. I mean, are you a guard or a tackle?
Tackle.
You're a tackle, and you're a center. So, okay, what's your relationship like with your other offensive lineman brothers? I mean, it's not an easy job to be an offensive and defensive lineman. What do you like about it?
I really like the competitiveness in the trenches. I really like the hand fighting, becoming better teammates and better people with my linemen. Going out to eat, meeting new people it's awesome.
And Kevin, I mean, you come across as a really nice young man. does that mentality change when you put on the helmet and you stick your hand in the dirt
Yes,
and get ready to fire off into the opponent?
Yeah, it changes when I put on the helmet. I have to be really violent and aggressive
Yeah.
in the trenches. But when the helmet comes off, I'm just someone that takes care of little brothers.
How prepared do you think this team is for Seminole Week 1, Coach?
I think we're very prepared. They put in a lot of work, a lot of film time, and we just putting on the finishing touches for next week.
Yeah, have you guys watched a lot of film and made any changes? I don't want any secrets to the playbook, but I'm just kind of curious of how you kind of tailor the defense and some of the offense as well.
Just a little bit of changes here and there. We just want to make sure they're able to play fast, don't have to think too much. So the changes we have made have made a great adjustment to just being able to play fast once they're on the field.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a really, really interesting season, and I wish you guys the best. Have fun. Go win some games. And enjoy it. Enjoy representing Northwest Classen football. You guys should be proud.
Thank you.
So, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Look forward to see what you guys bring to the table here this season. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back. We've got more football teams on the way. Don't go anywhere. This is Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase, live on PPBC TV and broadcast live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3. We'll be back. Thank you, guys. Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase live here from Clara Looper Education Center in downtown Oklahoma City. We've been interviewing a bunch of different football teams from Oklahoma City Public School District. And up next, we've got the U.S. Grant Generals here in person. Coach Alex Levacy on the left side, Octavius Espethia right next to him, T.J. McClin, and on the far right, number 2, quarterback Miguel Garcia. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
How excited are we about the season, guys? I mean, next week, you're going to be hitting somebody else other than your teammate. You guys ready to play some ball?
Yes, sir. Very excited.
Coach, talk to me about this group, why you've brought these gentlemen here to represent your football team.
Well, first of all, they're leaders on the team. They represent us very well. They do everything I ask. They play multiple sports. We got the first 2 here play 4 different sports, which is kind of unheard of in a high school, but they do football, cheer, basketball, and track. Miguel down there, he's a 2-sport athlete, does football and baseball, so they're busy all year round. But these guys showed up all summer. They do everything that's asked of them. They lead by example. They lead with their voices. They lead with their actions, and so they represent our team very well, and so that's why I picked these guys today.
Well, I think that means a lot, Coach, because this is your 10th year as head coach at U.S. Grant.
Yes, sir.
You know, can you kind of piggyback off what you just said? What makes this team unique compared to some of your previous teams?
Something that struck a nerve with me the other day, I looked around the room, our lineman group is very big, and not just in numbers but in size this year, which usually you see it the other way around. You don't have enough linemen and all skill kids, but our lineman group is very, very big. I've got guys up here that have been around for 4 years. You know, I struggle to get guys that are in the program all 4 years, or for Miguel it would be 3 years, but I feel like I've got a decent core of upperclassmen that have been through the program their whole high school career.
Miguel, talk to me. I mean, you're the quarterback of the team. What does that mean to you? How do you lead?
You know, I just gotta set the right example, because I feel like people are looking up to me even though they don't say it, and just set the right example and just be a leader.
And I've called a few of your games before. I mean, I would consider you a dual threat quarterback. Like, you can run, you can throw. Talk about how much you enjoy playing that position.
I like it a lot because I get the ball in my hand a lot, and I really make the play happen, because that's where it starts,
TJ, talk to me about your role on this team, what position you play, and how much you love the game.
Start off my position, cornerback, safety. I really love the defensive side of the ball. I really like to come down, hit somebody, make some plays, share sportsman-like with my teammates. I really love the game. It really just stuck to me ever since freshman year. I really just love playing it. It's just...
Talk to me about how strong this locker room is. What's the relationship like between your teammates?
They love to come out and play ball, man. We get in our field, flip that switch, we ready to ball.
Octavius, Vibe Magazine named you one of the top 100 players in the state.
I did not know that.
You did not know that?
No,
well, you know it now. What's that feel like?
It feels good, just because that happened, I ain't going to let it go to my head. I'm going to still make sure I go out, I produce, and I do, what someone that would be top 100 would do.
Well, I've just seen you fly around on the field, man. I mean, you are sideline to sideline. It's impressive to watch. But you also got to kind of know where to go, right? It's not all reactionary. How much film are you watching in preparation for upcoming games? Because it just feels like you know the right gap to blitz. You don't really fall for the play action fakes. It's just to see you operate. It seems like you have just a great sense of playing linebacker.
But I would say that's like one of my strengths, watching film. I make sure every week in class, whenever I got free time, I'm writing down their plays, making sure it's getting in my mind so I know what to do. The more I know, the easier it is to go out there and play football.
Yeah. You guys beat Capitol Hill last year in Southside Bedlam. I'm sure that's on the agenda to do again. You've got a few different rivalries that I'm a big fan of, Coach, and to be a part of the as a former grad, U.S. Grant, and then to be the 10 years in as head coach.
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
this is not just a job for you; it's more than that. Can you talk a little bit about that in your relationship?
Sometimes I take it too personal. I dislike the guys in the maroons and the blue more than I probably should. But on a personal level, me and the coaches at both those schools, I haven't had a chance to meet the coach at Southeast yet, but me and Coach Sizemore over Capitol Hill, we have a decent relationship. But I light that fire into these guys that, hey, this is a Southside rivalry, Southside Bedlam, Southside Showdown, which is something that me and a former coach at Southeast started when I first started at Grant. And, that it's not football, it's not sports without rivalries. So I love it, they love it, and that's my thing is I try to instill the pride in these guys to be a general and to take on those rivalries.
You graduated 13 seniors last year.
Yes, sir.
But you've got quite a few guys coming back. So, I mean, 7 offensive starters, 8 defensive starters. You feel like that's going to be a strength?
Yes, sir. Our junior class is our biggest group, and I didn't notice it until the other day when I was looking through the rosters. Like, holy cow, we got a bunch of juniors. But I think everybody that's stepping up into a new role, or maybe they're a rotating guy last year, they're all excited to step up into that role or return back to their starting role from last year. Like I said, we got some starters coming back, and they've only grown. They've been bigger, faster, stronger. They've been in the playbooks. We've installed some new stuff over the summer and over the off season, and I think we're going to be ready to go next week.
One thing I'm really interested in is you did the schedule differently. It's an independent schedule. Can you talk about how that was implemented? And there's several games on the schedule this year that's just like, oh my gosh, look really good matchup.
When I first started as a head coach at Grant, we were independent back then, and we were on a 2-year grant from the OSSA, and then they granted us 2 more years, and then they said no more after that. And back then I had 70 kids out for the team, and this year our uppers got together and came up with this plan that says, hey, we're going to go and set up the schedule to where these guys can go out and compete instead of going against the gauntlet of 6A2.
Right, it is a gauntlet.
Yeah,
no doubt.
and so I think where our numbers are better, our confidence more up. And, I haven't really talked to these guys much about it, but I didn't want to, just a walkthrough schedule. I didn't want to have to go, schedule a bunch of little Class A teams or Class B teams. We have some guys on our roster or on our schedule that we got to go out and game plan against. Tulsa Hill's no joke. Elk City's middle of Class 5A, and then Tulsa Nova, they're a home school, but they've got scholarship guys left and right. They've got some size on their team. So even though they're a home school, they're someone we're going to have to go out and game plan against. But I don't want to, say we've got a winning record because it's a walkthrough. I want these guys to be able to earn it and be proud of their wins at the end of the day.
I agree with that totally. Octavius, just how prepared is this team for the season opener? I think that's Tulsa Hale, correct?
Tulsa East Central.
Tulsa East Central.
Yes, sir.
Just how ready are you guys, to get into game form and get that experience and compete against East Central?
I feel like over this off season, we've helped prepare our guys really for this moment. I feel like everybody, they're gonna come out and give it their all. Everyone seems like they're ready for this week 0 game.
TJ, what has this offseason been like for you? Just how hard has it been to deal with the heat and, prepare your body for what it takes, what's required of playing a full season on the gridiron?
It's felt great. It hasn't been that hot for me. I'm well conditioned. I push everybody else to be as conditioned as I can be. I love the intensity. We had lots of intensity. Weight room, we went outside. We just had intensity high throughout the whole building. We was ready to go. Coach said, get outside. We got our cleats on, helmets, gloves, outside ready to roll.
Miguel, what are some things you've been working on as a quarterback, to take you to a new level in terms of production and just being being a leader in the quarterback of the team?
Well, I've been hitting the weight room pretty hard this summer, and as well as that, I've been trying to study film, learn try to think how a quarterback would think, and make the plays and right reads, just do all the stuff. that I could be better at.
Is there any other teammates that are not here that you've been really impressed with in terms of their preparation for the upcoming season, and maybe they've practiced really, really well that you're excited about?
Well, yeah, I can see improvement in a lot of the receivers, like the connection, because, you know, I've been throwing to them a little bit more, and I feel like the connection is a lot more there. You know, Divine and Devin, the twins. Yeah.
What about you, Coach? I mean, you're overseeing everything. Who has really kind of impressed you during fall camp?
Like I said, our offensive line, defensive line group, we got a couple of returners, a couple of guys that are stepping into new roles because I had some guys graduate, but Rising Champion's one guy that stands out to me. Yes, that's his real name, Rising Champion. He's our center. He's been with the program for 3 years now, and this is a kid that shows up even when he's hurt. You know, he broke his foot this offseason and showed up every single day with a boot. Couldn't work out as much as he did, but he still showed up every single day. You know, some of our returning guys I think is going to make an impact, like Miguel said, Devin Devine, Perkins Smith, some of our receiver core. I think Aiden Thornburg's going to have a little bit better year, getting more rotation at receiver. In the backfield, we've got Michael Dixon, Dion Sandoval, and Caden Soliday at our running back core. D-line-wise, Mauricio Ochoa Whitebird and Jonathan Shannon. Then you got linebacker core right here. I mean, the whole linebacker core is basically sitting right next to me, but the voice, the actions, everything. But I think we're going to have an okay year this year just because, again, I've got older guys that maybe they weren't in a starting role last year, but they absorbed all that knowledge and saw what to do and what not to do, and they've learned from those mistakes from the guys before them and learned from the things they did right as well. So I think we're going to be okay this year.
Well, you talked about Octavius and obviously being, you know, a top 100 player in the state of Oklahoma. That's a huge honor. Well, what is it about TJ and Miguel that kind of make them who they are and somebody that you want to lean on as representatives of your football team?
Like I said earlier, these guys are program guys. I mean, they've been here since day one, and they've grown up a lot. You know, if I showed you TJ from 3 years ago as a freshman to TJ now, you'd look at him and like, yeah, he's grown up. And then fun fact about Miguel down there, he's only a junior, but he's been actually in the weight room with us as a sixth grader. He came in, you know, summer prize sixth grader, seventh grader, eighth grader, and then finally when he came in as a freshman, when he actually started going to school there at Grant, you could tell the difference in, you know, the weight room and the knowledge and, you know, the growth of him. And I mean, that's why I ended up starting quarterback as a freshman and rotated at, you know, maybe not starting quarterback last year, but he rotated in there and anywhere we needed him on the field. And then here we are junior year, he's back to starting quarterback again. So.
Now, as a sixth grader, did you know that he was going to be your starting quarterback someday?
I didn't know about quarterback, but I did say, man, this kid is really athletic. I mean, just a little redhead kid running around, and he's, I mean, more athletic than any other sixth or seventh or eighth grader that's coming with him. And so he's definitely athletically inclined beyond his years just because he started so early. And that's how it's supposed to go. You know, you're supposed to come in, you know, some people frown upon weightlifting too early, but I think if you do it the right way, that it benefits them in the long run.
Let me ask you guys this last question. What's it like? Talk to me about a practice under Coach Levacy and what that experience like. I'm sure a lot of fans are wondering.
Don't lie either.
Well, first we got to get our stretching and make sure everyone's nice and loose. And then we start off going into our individual, you know, wide receivers, DBs, we start a little back pedal, get everything right. Weave, get our breakdown, T-steps. And then we flip over to the offensive side of the ball, getting our lines.
Is it high intensity?
It's very high intensity. We're there, ready to go. We are there. You give us a water break, we right back. We already, you know, we throw the ball when we're not supposed to be. We didn't know we're supposed to be on our water break, wherever they're throwing the ball, you know, just like we can't put that thing down.
Oh, I'm sure you guys are just excited to get under the Friday night lights, you know.
Yes, sir.
That's what I feel. That's good stuff. Well, thank you guys for coming to represent U.S. Grant football. I'm so excited about the opportunity that's ahead for you guys. I mean, everything's in front of you. It's up for grabs, and I hope you guys get everything you work for. And Coach, I've always been enamored with you as a head coach and just your love and appreciation for U.S. Grant because of your history and the love and knowledge that you have for the game of football, and it's infectious. And you guys are great representative of what you bring to the table as a head coach. So I'm looking forward to watching you guys play this year and calling a few of your games as well. So thank you for coming out, and best of luck against East Central. Have fun, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Very good. That's U.S. Grant Generals, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a quick break. Come back with more Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Fall Athletic Showcase coming up next on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Fall Athletic Showcase. We are interviewing a bunch of different football teams across the Oklahoma City Public School Athletic School District. And up next, we've got the Classen SAS Comets, School of Advanced Studies. These young men are very smart, led by their head coach, Mike Riggs. We've got Malachi Ross and running back, linebacker Oscar Rojas, and running back, strong safety Langston Player. Gentlemen, thank you for coming and representing Classen SAS Comet football. I appreciate it. Coach, talk to me about these gentlemen you brought with you. You know, you could have brought in anybody to come and represent your football team, but you brought Malachi, Oscar, and Langston to do just that. Why?
Man, they've been with me since day one, right? Last season was a long season. I told them, I said, trust me, it will be okay, right? After every game, we guys hooping and hollering. I said, no. In 10 years, those guys are asking us for a job, so we're fine, right? It's one couple games don't define who we are and what we're going to be about. The summer we attacked it. The spring we attacked it. We got some people doubting us now, but we want that to happen. You know, these are good kids, man. I come in with the chip on my shoulder. They really didn't have that. It's a little different. So I'm trying to get a little crumb upon their shoulder. They're starting to pick up on it. But these three seniors are leaders. They stuck with it. Got other guys to come out, believe in what we're doing. They believe what me and the coaches are saying. So I want to give them this opportunity to make sure we highlight them. They're not going to say anything, but between the three of them, I think they got about 8 or 9 scholarship offers right now. And a couple today. You got one today? You got one yesterday?
Yeah.
Right? And then Langston at the end. Langston's quiet. Langston, where they go, I think they all should go. But, yeah, we got some opportunities. And like I said, we want to be the best-kept secret in the city until kickoff comes.
Yeah, well, I think the secret's about to be out because we're broadcasting live statewide. So talk to me about, you know, your football team, Malachi. You know, what are some goals and aspirations for you, for this football team? What do you want to get out of this season?
Just prove everybody wrong. You know, we had bad 2 seasons, but we got better coaching this year, better summer, better team, better players. It's just, we got to come out strong.
How tight-knit is this locker room, Oscar? What's your relationship like with your teammates?
I mean, we're pretty close. Outside of school, outside of practice, we all hang out. Even whenever we didn't have practice, we would all go out to some field. We would get some work in. Even outside of football, we just be going out sometimes just to eat, just to hang out. We just do whatever. But yeah,
what do you think, Langston? What are you trying to get out of this season? What are some things that you're trying to aspire to?
Like Mally said, the last couple of years have been rough, and I really just want to prove everybody wrong this year. You know, we didn't have a summer program last year, so we kind of had a, you know, not the best start. We had a young team. Majority of the team was freshmen, but now we have most of the guys from last year. We actually had a summer program this year, so I think we're set. We're ready to prove everybody wrong.
Now, being one of the running backs, but you're also a strong safety, you have a preference on which side of the football you play?
To be honest, I think I like both equally, but, you know, because running back, you don't get that many opportunities, but safety, you know, it's my first time playing strong safety, actually, but I've been putting in work, and I think I'm going to do pretty well this year, so I'm going to be looking forward to that.
I think he wants some more carries, Coach. That's what
We got these 2 running backs, and we got 2 other guys. And now Rojas is probably the strongest, but we got another guy bigger than him. That's like a Jerome Bettis type. So we got a stable of 4 running backs that.
Well, I was gonna say, Rojas. I mean, you look jacked, young man. I mean, talk to me about your weight room habits leading up to this season.
Oh, we all been in the weight room all summer. And then even whenever before summer, as soon as the season ended, we all got in the weight room. I've been working out since like 8th grade. Yeah, all our PRs went up. Right now, mine bench is 305, squats 515. But yeah, everybody's list really went up a lot. I would probably say 100 pounds, everybody.
Wow, 515 squat?
Yep.
Coach, that's pretty good. Can you vouch for him?
I can't. I want to throw the ball, but I look at him and Langston and the other two. I said, well, maybe we'll throw the ball 3 times and run at 75. You know? You can't go wrong saying Hutton handing off to one of these big jokers running back behind us. You know, but at the same time, Malachi, he's a playmaker on the outside. So we'll pick and choose, and we make sure they all get their worth because they deserve it.
Yeah, what do you think your 40 is, Malachi? How fast are you?
I'll say probably.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
The time we got from practice, like 4 or 5, 4 or 4.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really interesting. I remember interviewing your quarterback last year, T.J. Peterson. Is he in the running to start again at quarterback?
Right now, he's kind of supplanting himself as the quarterback. We've got a freshman named Robert Chronister. He's come along pretty quick, though. I mean, last year it was TJ and a senior, and now this year it's TJ and a freshman. The freshman's probably about 6'1", long. He can sling it a little bit. He's still getting used to it, and middle school football's in high school football, right? So what we're going to try to ease him in, but we're pretty set at quarterback for right now, and just a safety valve just in case something happens.
Well, and you've had really young players since you've came on, Coach, and you look at his young team, it's a little inexperienced, but eventually that tide is going to turn, and then eventually you're going to have experienced players all around, and that's going to be a strength.
Right.
You feel like it's kind of, that's going in the direction. We haven't seen any games yet this year, but you feel like they're progressing at a good pace, physically and mentally.
I do. Physically, we're all getting stronger. Again, you get a whole year of playing McGinnis and Newcastle, Lawton Mack, and these dudes going D1, and we've got 13 guys on the sideline. They've got 103.
Right.
It's a lot different. And like I said, it takes someone special to get hit in the mouth. I know it's going to happen again the next play and get up. But that is experience that most kids won't get, or they quit, right? So we had 10 games of that. We went into our summer. We went to a 7-on-7 out in Hara. Real successful out there. I think we ended up 3rd or 4th at our ACAC. We lost to the eventual champions. So again, those young guys, I tell them that experience is not a question anymore. We got 10 games under our belt in the summer, so you're sophomores now. And we went from, I think when I started, we had 6 guys, and now we're up to almost 38 on the team, 38, 39 kids on our roster. So I mean, within a year, we've multiplied by 5-6 times the number of kids.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've always I've always had a tremendous respect for Classen SAS because of your high academic standards. Is that difficult to kind of juggle, being an athlete, but also, staying true to being a student as well?
Time management is kind of difficult, but honestly, if you just get the work done in class, because the teachers give us more than enough time, and they're very lenient and also very encouraging. So there's more than enough time to get it done at school, so it's not too difficult.
And I'm in the build this year, so now keep my eye on them.
So
last year I was down the street at the elementary school, so I didn't tell them about the first. They got their skips like, Coach, is that that's not me, guys. They're like, well, who is that? They're like, I don't know. Like, oh, it's me. So they found the day before school, Coach Riggs in the building. So surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You better keep up with your responsibilities. There's no question. Oscar, who is your season opener opponent?
We play Southwest Covenant the 28th of this month.
Okay. How you feel about the team, where you're at mentally, physically heading into that game? Are you guys prepared to get this season started off on the right foot?
Yeah, we feel confident. I feel really confident. We've been practicing every day. We're hitting hard. We're getting more physical. We've been working all summer, like we mentioned earlier, and I just think we're prepared now.
Malachi, who do you kind of look up to as far as mentors or heroes? Do you have an NFL player, somebody that you kind of model your game after?
No. I really just look up to my coaches and my friends around me. They really push me.
Good answer.
That's
a good answer.
And just do the best I can.
Yeah. Now, are you more of an X or a Y?
I'm an X.
Okay. Could you play Y if Coach needs you?
I could play any position you want me to.
Okay. What's it like learning all the different routes and different things like that? Is that does that come easy to you?
Mm-hmm. It's just we run it a lot in practice, so it's like there's not much to forget.
Yeah. Coach, what are some goals and aspirations for this football team? I know you guys have gone the independent schedule route. Is that something that you're in favor of?
I am. Again, I think I talked last year. I said, at our school, if you can't spell football, you can't play football, right?
Right.
Last year we were playing teams that are recruiting, and there's an Instagram page, and everybody wants to recruit. And I tell people this, and it's not an ego thing, but I'm a grown man. I'm not chasing a gold ball. And if I want to use kids, then I don't think this is the right position to be in, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So what we have is what we have, and I told the boys we're not going out recruiting kids. We're not trying to get kids in here. We're going to have who we have. We're going to get better. A real coach can scheme up with the kids he has and be successful, right? A lot of schools wouldn't come over here and take this job that they're winning programs. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense. So I just tell them, eye on the prize. Our goal is just to be our team, be ourselves. We don't need, like right now we don't have a social media. And my thing was, why do we want everybody else want to know what we're doing? They haven't cared about us for years, right? If we're focused on us as a family, then we're the ones that celebrate us. We don't need other people celebrating, because as soon as you let them open up to celebrate with you, so something goes wrong, then they could be like, I told you that was still the same class. That was the same kids. And we just don't need that, because what we're doing is for us. It's not for anybody else. And I think that's a lot different than a lot of programs around the state are doing. I think that's why these kids believe in it, because they say, you know what, this is different, and it is about us. It's not about posting a picture, we got this 5-star coming in and this and that, because that's not what we're about. And again, that's cool for all those people. A lot of those kids couldn't even step foot in our doors because of the academics. So that's the difference. I want our kids to graduate, be successful, and start something. Our motto is burn bright, leave a trail. And we've been burning bright. It's time to leave that trail.
Golly, I mean, just listen to you, Coach. And I'm not saying this just for the camera. You're inspiring. I mean, do you guys feel that way? Is this just a brief preview of Coach Riggs at practice? What's it like playing for him?
Since last year, since he stepped in the building.
It just feels like he cares, and I think you can sense that. Well, whether it's genuine or authentic. But I mean, just listening to him talk about what you guys are as players, as people, that's got to be a good feeling.
Yes, sir.
It definitely is. Playing with Coach Riggs is it's way better than the past coaches that we had. Not to knock them off, nothing, but he's just way better, in every aspect.
How do you guys get ready to play? I mean, because you guys are the nicest guys out here representing Classen SAS. But I know when the whistle blows and the game gets underway, you've got to flip a switch. You've got to be you got to have a different mentality to go compete and go to war. What is it that makes you get ready for the game?
Well, I have a sort of performance mode, because I do performing arts and other stuff like that, so it's easy for me to switch. But I just think of it as me getting better. I go out there, I'm not really scared. I just want to, show up and show out for my teammates. We've been putting in work, so why waste it on the field?
Oscar, are you comfortable when you're finally out there cracking skulls, man? Talk to me what goes in, because you play, a physical style of football, and how do you prepare for it?
I mean, I would definitely say this year's going to be different, because obviously we're going to have everybody down on us in the back of our mind, and then just all the work we've been putting in, it's all going to be there. We're going to have to go and show it out to the people, and then everybody else on the team, everybody that plays football, we got our own why we play football. You always got to keep that in mind, and then just you got to show it during the games.
Malachi, just how happy are you to be a Comet, man? I mean, how happy are you to be a Comet, a Classen SAS Comet, playing for Coach Riggs, catching passes from Peterson?
Feels good.
Yeah, tell me how you feel about that.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else doing this,
Yeah.
All my friends, coaches, everything is great. And, it just feels amazing to be here.
Any particular game you've got circled on the schedule this year that you're excited about?
All of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every one of them.
Everybody wrong.
That's a great answer.
Every one of
Of
them.
course.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I tell these boys, and I try to keep it light at practice, right? We joke around. I'm probably the biggest jokes out of all of them, because if you're smiling, everything's a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not. I tell these boys, no one knows what we're doing besides us. So if we're in-house and we're having a good time, it's a lot easier to smile while we're getting hit hard and get back up and go at it again, right? And then these guys, like I said, they're quiet. And I try to tell them, hey, little edge. They're good guys, though. I'm just telling you, they're good guys. I'm like, hey, can we be mean once? I'm like, okay, coach. I'm like, that's not the answer I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Knock something over. You know what I mean? But I think I know them and myself. I told my wife last night, I'm just so anxious. I said, we got to go out. We got to get out there, right? We go to Wewoka Friday night. We got a scrimmage in Wewoka. It's Wewoka, us, Regent Prep, and Hinton. and we're just ready for it. Again, like I said, when we drop this independent, I think it's good for us because, 30, 40 kids. A max probably at our school is probably 45, 50 kids. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of guys that are going to want to play. So we're trying to play like-minded schools. And I do want to give a shout-out to those schools, Southwest Covenant, Carnegie, Caney Valley, Tulsa Kip, because they're in the same boat we are. And I called them all, and I said, hey, this is the deal. Like, well, you're 5A. I said, well, we are, but we're different. We're not an open 5A, right? And so I do want to give a shout out to those coaches that trust what I was telling them and said, hey, you know what, let's go. Let's try to make it fair for everybody because they were kind of the same boat we were, right? And it's just waiting and waiting. I mean, it's a long time. That last game was November 15th against Guyman. Well, it was a real bad game. It was cold. We didn't score a lot, and so we've been working since November, right? And then we're into August, and it's if I had some pads on, I might go play some of that U37 football just to get a couple hits in.
Well, here we are now. It's hot, and games next week.
Yes, sir.
So,
2 days.
Okay.
Well, we're going Friday. We're going.
Oh, you're going Friday?
Yes, a
Are you
4-day
serious?
scrimmage.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we're going to Wewoka. We're gonna hit and get hit, and we're gonna enjoy it and get some grass stains and sweat and bleed a little bit and drink some water and laugh on the way back on the bus, and we're gonna watch film and go back do it again the following Friday.
Awesome. I can't wait to watch you guys play, and I'm so excited about every game that's in front of you. Go have fun, work hard, and enjoy play it, man, because when you get me and Coach Riggs' age, you remember the good old days. Well, guess what? You're in the good old days. You're in it now. So enjoy it, embrace it, smell the roses, but go have fun. And good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
Great group of kids representing Classen SAS. Thanks, Coach Riggs, for coming to represent your institution. We really appreciate it and look forward to watching you guys play some ball this year. Really good stuff.
No comments.
Thank you for coming back to Oklahoma City Public School Fall Athletic Showcase. We'll have more of that coming up next after this short commercial break. Here live on OKC Sports Radio 105.3, streaming live on PPBC TV. We'll be back after this. Thank you, guys. Welcome back to Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase, where we interview several different sports teams, coaches, players. Today it's been football, and in front of me we've got the Star Spencer Bobcats football team. Brand new head coach, but not new to the program because he was defensive coordinator last year, but he's been promoted to the head coaching position right now. Coach D, Dantrell Gabriel, also Kyler Jenkins and Kievan Orange, both wide receivers / cornerbacks representing Star Spencer High School. Gentlemen, thank you for coming and representing Star Spencer and talking about your football program. Coach D, talk to me about just your new role within the program. You've been affiliated with Star Spencer, but now the head coach. It's different. What's it been like so far, and why did you accept that promotion?
It's middle school, and then I wanted to accept the role to kind of change the program, get it going in a positive direction, start over from the ground up, and we're just trying to build it brick by brick. Just trying to start over and build a positive environment for the kids and something positive for them to look at this year.
Now, has anything changed as far as your coaching style, just some of the things that you're teaching them? I mean, just your role on the team, is it different just being from a defense coordinator to now head coach?
Yes, everything pretty much has changed. Like I said, we started all the way over this year. So we started with the basic fundamentals, basically from the ground up, and just taking our time with it. We're more focused this year on discipline, culture, and then everything else will come in as the season goes.
Yeah, you could have brought any number of players to come represent Star Spencer football, but you brought Kievan and Kyler. What makes these young men unique?
Kievan and Kyler are two young individuals on the team that do everything right, check all the boxes. I have a 80% rule this year for practice, which means you have to be there 80% of the time. And both of these guys have pretty much graded out at 95% all the way from the spring up to now. Summer pride every day, every workout, grinding hard, and they're two of the hardest players on the team.
Kyler, you're a physical young man. I mean, 6'5". How much you weigh?
I'm 175 pounds.
Okay, but 6'5", man, you got the frame.
Yes, sir. Yes,
to be a special player. Talk to me about what some of your goals are this season at Star Spencer.
So coming into the season, I feel like I want to put my name out there more for me and for the school as well. Growing up in Star Spencer, I'm from here as well, so I feel like it's a big thing for me and for my team to put on and show everybody what we're capable of this year.
What about you, Kievan? Talk about your role on this team and kind of your hopes and aspirations.
The same thing, basically. We just take it day by day, and, as a whole, we want to show everybody what we're capable of.
In being a corner, I mean, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, I think outside the quarterback position, I think corner is one of the hardest positions to play.
Absolutely.
I mean, to be able to cover some of these really athletic wide receivers, but then you're also responsible for tackling.
Right.
And often you're kind of the last line of defense. I mean, is that kind of talk about that role and, what that means to you? Is that a heavy, difficult position to play?
I always look at things like you just have to be able to step up to the plate. Never back down from certain challenges or things that come in your way in life. You always want to stand up to those type of things. So if that's what has to happen, you take everything head forward, chin up, chest out.
Now, Kyler, I mean, being a 6'5" wide receiver, I mean, what's your relationship like with the quarterbacks on the team? Do you just say, hey, throw it up, I'm going to go get it? I mean, how does that work?
Yeah, sometimes the quarterback knows if we're in a bad situation, sticky situation, they know that I'm always one that we can come to. I'm a very valuable player as a team. Having my teammates with me, they help me grow a lot, so I really wouldn't be where I was at if it wasn't for my team.
Do you have a preference on which side of the ball you play, or does it matter?
Absolutely not. Anything to win.
There you go. Talk to me about just some of the things that you guys done to prepare for the season. I know first game against John Marshall. I mean, that's the Country Bowl. That's what you're starting off with. How prepared are you as players, and how prepared is your team to go to battle next week and get this season started?
So me personally, we've prepared to the max. Every day is 100%. Every day we are getting 1% better. Each rep, each second, each minute, each hour, we work to become the best that we can be as a team.
Yeah, coming off of what he's saying, it's a very important year. I feel like this year is a new rebuild, so I do feel like that we have a lot to prove this year, especially with the first game being the Country Bowl. So I feel like we have prepared a lot, discipline, everything that we have needed, watching film, everything, studying to the max. So I feel like we are ready for this first game.
Well, just listening to these guys talk, Coach, I see why they are representatives of your team. Stand up young men with the priorities right and work hard. What's it like coaching them?
It's an honor and a pleasure to coach these young men. And not only these two young men, we have 38 young men that feel the same way that they feel. So we, all our family in Star Spencer, we bought into the program, we bought into each other, and we're learning day by day.
He said 38 other guys. I mean, talk to me. Give me some names. Give me some players and put some recognition
We also
them.
have Kenny Hartsity, Malachi Alexander, Zion Jenkins. We have EJ, Charles McCullen. The list goes on and on. Xavier, Tingle is another player we have. Alex, we have a group, a lot of kids that have bought into this program this year.
Well, that's good because I'm reading you had to start 8 freshmen last year. And so now those guys are sophomores. Do you feel like this group is a little bit more mature and they're headed in the direction that you want? I know you haven't even coached a game yet as head coach, but you've been around them and you're familiar with them.
So those guys that were freshmen last year that got their bumps and their bruises, those were the main guys that was at practice, that was lifting weights, that was in the spring, that was in the summer, that bought in early. So they're bigger, stronger, faster, and they're coming to lead the way as well.
Yeah. Being a dual threat guy, Kevin, do you model your game after anybody? Like a Dion? I mean, there's only a select few that I can really think of that excelled at both ends. Like,
most kids, grow up, trying to be someone else. But, I always wanted to stick by. I wanted to be myself, believe in myself, push myself to the highest limit. So, if playing both sides of the ball is what I have to do to exceed my personal beliefs, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm always push myself to be the best with everybody around me.
Which one of your teammates, and maybe it's a couple of them that you've been impressed with in terms of preparation and getting ready for the season?
My whole squad, man. Every single kid in this group, we've prepared ourselves, mentally, physically, every second of the day, man. We prepare ourselves. So I feel like this whole group is prepared.
Now, Kyler, I mean, to be as physically gifted as you are, you could really play any position that you wanted. I mean, at 6'5", maybe you add some weight, be a DN, but you've got speed enough to be an elite free safety. You can play corner. I mean, it's anything you want to be. Now, I'm sure you have aspirations to play collegiately.
Absolutely.
Am I wrong? Right or wrong?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
What are you thinking about position-wise?
For me being my height and everything, I do feel like I could excel at receiver. But then again, I have my talents at cornerback as well that people don't really understand because of my height. So they expect me to play, receiver, which I am also great at. But I feel like I really do excel at the cornerback position, and I can't wait to show off the skills this year.
Talk to me about quarterbacks, because as wide receivers, you want to get the ball consistently.
Absolutely.
Are you confident in the quarterbacks that you have on the roster? Coach, I don't know if you've made a decision on who's starting at that position, and you don't need to, let any, secrets out, but talk to me about your expectations for a quarterback on your team and kind of what you're looking for.
We have 4 quarterbacks this year, and all 4 of them are ready. We've been working hard, and any one of them can play the position. They all can play it pretty well, and they played well enough to do what we need them to do this year.
Talk to me about expectations and just kind of, some goals and aspirations that you've got for this football team and what you're trying to get out of this season and get out of these players.
Our expectations are just simple. We want to play the game the right way, play with discipline. We want to play fast, play hard-hitting football, and do things the right way. We're trying to change the culture of the team. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over, and we're changing the way we play football this year.
And when you're talking about the culture, what is this foundation built on? Is it more than hard work? Is it more than just caring about your teammates, working hard? Talk to me about how you build the foundation.
The foundation we started with hard work first. We wanted to work hard first, and then once they got to working hard, we started working on trusting one another. Because football is about trusting the man next to you and him trusting that man next to you. Because without that trust and that hard work and dedication, you don't have anything else. So we wanted to start with those basic principles, making sure we trust one another, making sure we're working hard, making sure we're not arguing with one another, just the basic principles that make a team good.
Now, let me ask you guys just what it means to you to wear the colors and wear that logo on your chest. There's been a lot of great Star Spencer players from years past, and to be able to wear that jersey and be representative of that school and that tradition, what's that mean to you? What's that like?
Man, it means everything. To be from Spencer, Oklahoma, man, it is everything. To be, a part of this culture, a part of this family, it's nothing less. You wouldn't think nothing else of it. Being a part of this this culture and, growing up in Spencer, and being a part of this, seeing those bright lights every Friday, man, it was the best thing that you can imagine as a little kid, growing up to be a Bobcat, growing up to have that Spencer go across your chest, man. To say that your area code was 73084, and man, you could be proud of that thing, and say walking across the hallways, man, and be like, oh, I play football, or I do this, or I do that. You'd be proud about those things because of where you come from and where you are as a person,
Absolutely, yeah. What he was saying, I've been playing in Spencer since I started playing football. I started playing football at the age of 6, and I played with the school. I played in their halftime show as a kid for my little league team. I've always represented Spencer, so it's always been on my chest. I've always been a Spencer baby. I grew up a Spencer baby. It's just something that was born in me, and you can't let the city down. You got to show up.
Yeah, it just means more. I mean, it's more in a world where we're seeing all these transfers and stuff. It's just like I don't think you could get an offer that could pry you away from there. It means more. It's part of who you are as men.
Absolutely.
To represent that community and to finish your career there.
Yes,
I admire that, and I feel that. Like it's obvious that you guys care a lot about it. Coach, you feel like this team is mentally prepared to get this season started and go to war in the Country Bowl?
200%.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
200%. We work hard. We do a lot of focus exercises. We ended practice with a focus exercise. So we prepare mentally just as well as physically. So, yes, we are very well prepared.
Well, I'm also excited about this new chapter at Star Spencer, under you, Coach Gabriel. And I can just tell that you're committed to this program and committed to these kids. And I think it's great. And I look forward to watching you guys play. And, I'm definitely going to be watching you guys play John Marshall, game number 1. I mean, that's starting off with a bang.
Yes,
and
sir.
I want to wish you guys good luck, and I look forward to seeing what this season brings and all your hard work and preparation pays off. But at the end of the day, I just want you guys to go out and have fun and compete and play the game that we love.
Absolutely.
And stay as healthy as humanly possible.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So, Coach Gabriel, thank you for bringing
Appreciate
these
it.
young men and,
Yeah.
and representing Star Spencer to the fullest.
Yes,
You
sir.
should be proud. Very good stuff. Thank you, guys. All right, we'll take another break. And I believe we got one school left. The Southeast Spartans coming up here very, very soon. So stick with us. This is Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase here live on PPBC TV and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. We'll be back. Welcome back to Oklahoma City Public Schools Fall Athletic Showcase. We have our final team here in front of me, the Southeast Spartans. Real quick, before we get to them, I want to shout out our event sponsors once again for supporting Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. MetroTech, Dental Depot, TTCU, All About Now Photography, Bedford Camera and Video, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, River Sport OKC, SSM Health, OCCC, Perry Publishing and Broadcasting, Super Prep, and everybody here at OKC Sports Radio 105.3. Let me introduce the Southeast Spartan football team, or at least the representatives of the school. Brand new head coach Jameel Smith on the left side. Then we've got running back, linebacker Domingo Solis, middle linebacker Deshaun Davis, and Cormel McDonald, wide receiver, cornerback. Gentlemen, thank you for coming and representing Southeast football. Coach, let me start with you. Very happy to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about you. You've got some really good experience. Your resume speaks for itself. You've coached collegiately. You're now head coach at Southeast. Talk about what led you to this school and this new opportunity to take over as head coach.
Well, being a faith guy, I just felt it was God, that kind of led me in this direction. I moved back out here to Oklahoma with my wife and just made the decision to come back and pour into the young gentlemen. Southeast had an opportunity that presented itself. I went for it, and things just played in part. God did his part, so I'm here to do mine.
How familiar are you with the team at this point? I know you're less than a week away from the game, but what's it been like kind of acclimating, building relationships, and learning about your athletes on the football team?
Oh, it's been a great experience. A great group of young men. They're willing to come in and attack the process. That's one of our mottos that we go by. So, we're just truly excited, and it's been a real good experience just getting to know each and every last one of them.
Domingo, Class 5A football is not for the weak. And
yes, sir.
You guys won 6 games last year. You're looking to improve that. I do know you had three shutouts last season. That was the most, I think, since 1995.
Yes,
talk about that experience last year, what you learned, and under new regime this year, different vibe, different mindset, kind of the difference between last year and going into this year.
Okay. Last year was a good experience. It was a good experience, but this year we come back different. We're here to attack the process to become playoff contenders, planning to win the championship at least.
Well, you're also a pretty aggressive runner. There's some backs, coach, that are, try to get out of the way, juke you out of the shoes, and try to get away. Domingo's not all like that. You seek out physicality, and you also kind of embrace it. Talk about your running style and the mentality that you have when you run with the football.
Yeah, the way I run, I base myself off Cam Scatterbo. Everybody calls me Mini Cam Scatterbo.
I like that.
I'm very physical. I've never really been one of them exclusive backs. When I run the ball, I see like nobody can tackle me. If you in my way, I'm gonna move you on my way, no matter what.
I like that mentality. Deshaun, what's it like tackling Domingo in practice?
It's hard. It was hard, but it's a great experience for me.
Well, and you're the middle linebacker, and that's a huge role to be on defense. I think of the Ray Lewises of the world. You've got to be a headhunter, and you've got to play sideline to sideline. And I'm sure, tackling Domingo has kind of prepared you to be the starting middle linebacker for the Southeast Spartans this year. How do you kind of view your role on this team?
I view as someone that has to step up and climb up to that expectation. It is hard tackling Domingo, you know what I'm saying, but it prepared me to be ready for that.
What does it mean to be, to enjoy and thrive at the middle linebacker position? What do you love most about playing?
What I really most about playing is really hitting for real. That's what I really like. To be honest, I just like going, running, playing my heart out. That's what I like to do.
Cormel, talk to me because you are wide receiver, cornerback, dual threat player.
Yes, sir.
Which do you prefer, a pick six or a 60-yard touchdown on a go route?
Probably the 60-yard.
Okay, all right.
60-yard, yeah.
You because you caught quite a few balls last year. What's this year look like to you in terms of goals and aspirations as a wide receiver?
Just being more of a leader for the receiver group and stuff, and just pushing the guys.
Talk to me about, working under Coach Smith, new head coach. Has that been a smooth transition for
Yes,
you
sir.
guys from your experience?
Yeah, really been a big experience, good experience. Stuff.
What do you like most about working under Coach Smith, you guys?
It is very different. He's from South Florida and stuff like that, so he got us doing new stuff like that, and it's also pretty fun trying new things out.
Well, and I feel like it's a new era of Southeast football, and that's kind of exciting to be a part of that, and to be inside the locker room and learning from each other and kind of developing that identity. Coach, talk to me about why you chose these guys to represent your school.
These gentlemen sitting next to me, they all came out and they put in some work for me, and I do have high expectations of them. Just watching the previous films and the things that they've done for the program in Southeast, I just wanted to give them an opportunity to come in and shed some light on who they are, and kind of just give them their flowers for the work they've been putting in with trusting me, throughout this process.
What's been the biggest thing for you coming into, being a head coach of a team, obviously learning from the players, but how would you describe your style of play? What are some things that you're trying to implement and tailor this program in your eyes? What does that look like?
Well, the first part is just getting these guys to compete at the standard that I believe in. Coming from Miami, Florida, South Florida, we play a high-intensity level of football. So just bringing everything that I've experienced and see things that I've seen be successful, just bring it here to Southeast.
And do you like what you see so far?
Yes.
Now, you guys got the first game, September 4th, Del City. How prepared are we for that game? You guys feel pretty good about it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. I believe we are prepared and ready to attack the process.
Yeah, is the terminology and just some of the, the play calls and coverages and blitz packages and all these, little different things that make up a football team is the educational part, because when you get it right and you're able to comprehend it, you're able to just kind of be free and play the game. Do you feel like you're headed in the right direction? And you haven't played a game yet, but you feel like that you're where you want to be at this point.
Yeah, the biggest thing was to come in and just make sure these guys understand the game of football.
Yeah.
I told them, schemes doesn't change from little league to high school to college to the NFL. You watch it, some of the things we'll do, you'll see show up on Saturdays at an OU game, or it may be a Sunday game, or, just different things. I told them football doesn't change. Even some of the plays that we run, they was like, oh, coach, we did this, we just called it that. So I told them that doesn't change, but what changes is understanding the game of football. Understanding when we talk to you in football terminology, when we say, hey, they're giving us 10 personnel and they're in the trips formation, or they're giving us 11 personnel with a Y-off, hey, when he swings back, just understanding what a spill block is, a box block. I just want to make sure that these guys understand the game of football when we're talking to them. We go by the 5-7-11 rule. 5 meaning 5 guys could touch the ball outside of the quarterback. I always want to know what the eligibles are. 7 people must be on the line of scrimmage, and of course, it seems like something we should know, but week in and week out, 11 people got to be on the field.
Right.
So
what's this off season been like for you guys, and just preparing your body, preparing your minds, to go to battle this season?
It's been a very big experience doing that. It's I'm gonna put this. It's a big change compared to last year. This year we came back harder. We're here early, make sure we're here the first person on the field or first person in the weight room, and then the last person to leave. It puts we're building a big callus around our body. So the soft tissue injuries aren't gonna affect us. It's gonna be something big. So say somebody hits your knee, and barely touches it, it's not gonna hurt as much. You're gonna get back up, you're ready to play.
I love that. What do you think?
I think Coach Jabba has prepared us. He was getting us right, showing us different things to make sure our bodies is ready for what we're going up against and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, football is such a hard sport to play. If it was easy, everyone would play it. It takes a special kind of person. And the fact you guys are here representing Southeast, I mean, you're obviously, elite. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. Cormel, talk to me about some of your teammates. Some people that's really have impressed you so far in training camp that you're going to be leaning on to play well this year. Not all of your teammates are able to come here, come here and be representatives like you are. So shout a few of those guys out.
Like Julian Woods, Kendra Post.
What about Luciano Williams?
Yeah,
Is he
Luciano
playing
Williams.
for you guys this year?
Mhm.
Is he quarterback?
Mhm.
Okay. What's it like catching passes from him? Because he was a dynamic player from last year that I remember.
I mean, I think it's good. He's developing more as the season comes, getting better. So I think he's going to be good.
Yep. Coach, have you been impressed with any other players so far?
Just our, all-around team, just the way they come and handle their business on a day-to-day basis. Some guys that have been standing out, some of the guys that he's mentioned, the Julian Woods, the Kendra Post, some of our linemen as well, John Clayton. I think he's going to be a big help for us this season. Just all around board, I think it's going to be a really good fit for us.
Now, coming from Norfolk State and now head coach of the Southeast Spartans, has it been difficult to kind of put a staff together quickly? How have you kind of dealt with that?
I told these young men when I first got the opportunity that I wanted to take my time with that.
Okay.
I had a lot of people that wanted to just come and be a part of it, but, like I said, I attacked the process it takes to put together the best program, so I did take my time to make sure I put the best men, the best leaders of young men in the position, not just somebody that says, hey, I want to just coach X's and O's and I'm out. I wanted the guys that could kind of pour into them when they're feeling down, kind of give them a different light or a different point of view when things aren't just about football, that could have a relationship, to have different avenues outside of football that can say, hey, if football doesn't work, what else is there out there for me to do, so I wanted to take my time with that, and I believe now that we kind of got it set with a great group of men.
Well, I know you've watched a ton of film. What's your take on Class 5A football in the state of Oklahoma?
I think it's a lot of talent. I think it really is a lot of talent. Just watching the teams compete throughout this season, just going back and watching film and things. I think there's a lot of talent out here in the 5A class.
Well, I mean, I think of multiple players from Southeast football, but Gerald McCoy. I mean, he's a former Southeast Spartan, and I'm sure you guys will come into contact with him at some point. But I just think of tough, hard-fought football from Southeast. That's what I think of. And I called a number of you guys' games last year, so I know it. I've seen it firsthand. Looking forward to seeing what you guys look like this year, and how all your hard work will pay off. And Coach, I'm glad to have you in the state. I've heard so many good things about you when you were announced as the head coach, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you guys play this year. So enjoy it. Thank you for coming and representing Southeast football, and we'll see you very soon, September 4th, Del City. Buckle up. This is going to be a big one to start off the season. So good luck to you guys, and thanks for coming out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, guys. Awesome. All right. I think that's going to be it for today as far as part one for the Oklahoma City Public School Fall Athletic Showcase. We have interviewed 9 different football teams from across the district and met the players and coaches and previewed for their upcoming season, and I cannot wait to see it play out live in real time, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But tomorrow we'll be back here at the Claire Looper Education Center, and I'll be interviewing personally some of the softball teams with the softball coaches and softball players. So all that will be part 2 of the Fall Athletic Showcase tomorrow for Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. I want to thank everybody for tuning in and being a part of it, and also the players and coaches for coming out and representing their schools. This has been a lot of fun. Tomorrow, we're going to talk with the softball team. I'm also going to be discussing a lot of different things regarding Oklahoma City Public School athletics this year with Oklahoma City Public Schools Executive Director of Athletics and Physical Education, Shane Sanders. I'm sure we're going to talk with Tanner Stiles as well as Assistant Athletic Director in charge of sports information and partnerships. But we're going to learn a lot about, the athletic programs across the Oklahoma City Public School districts. Over 5,500 kids are playing sports this year, and it's a lot of fun. And I think it's really important that we as a community come out there and support them and give them all the resources they need to go out there and compete, learn, develop, and have fun. And that's what I'm looking forward to most. So we'll be talking with Executive Director of Athletics, Shane Sanders, tomorrow. And then also big shout out to our event sponsors for supporting Oklahoma City Public School Athletics. Really go out there and show them some love. Metro Tech, Dental Depot, TTCU, All About Now Photography, Bedford Camera and Video, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, River Sport OKC, SSM Health, OCCC, Perry Publishing and Broadcasting, and then everybody here at Super Prep and OKC Sports Radio 105.3. We'll see you tomorrow, part 2 of the Oklahoma City Public School Athletics Fall Athletic Showcase. We'll see you later. Have a great night.